Hello, I hope you're all doing well. I wanted to share with you a common question I've been hearing a lot about lately about connecting with your guides. But I also wanted to let you know that there's some other information in this channeling that I brought in this morning. I recorded it this morning, and there's some information about the state of the world and our energy and such. And so I think it's important to share it. But I wanted to let you know, like when I channeled it, the background noise was kind of loud. So I typed it up and I'm reading it now. So it might sound like I'm reading it, but I am. But it was what was channeled earlier this morning. So it's important to understand that your guides are all around you. They're not above you, like angels in the sky or like God up there on the cloud, like far, far away. Often your guides are very close to you, like shoulder to shoulder, like here in our space. They are aspects of your higher self or other versions of you or souls that you're deeply connected to who agreed to be a guide for you in this lifetime. The interesting thing right now is that we are operating on a completely different, more multidimensional level. Energy is shifting and the veil is thinning, is what they're telling me. The result of this is that different layers of you may be coming to the forefront. And this can look like old memories or emotions rising to the surface to be cleared. It can look like past life experiences or memories, people or places that suddenly make sense or feel familiar to you. It can be clarity for your purpose here or a profound knowing that it's time for you to step into your purpose. Keep in mind that this can often surface as the realization that what you're used to doesn't light you up anymore, or what you've been doing no longer feels fulfilling. So you might be feeling bored or unfulfilled. And if you're feeling these things, just allow it to run its course and observe how you feel. This is kind of that in between place where we go, this is no longer serving me, but the next thing hasn't come in yet. So you might feel like you're sort of in between or floating between stages of your life, and that's totally normal right now. Okay, so back to the question about the guides. Your guides are always present. The issue isn't that they aren't here or that you can't hear them. It's often that you're too busy to stop and listen. They've been reminding me to slow down and simply just be, which is why you haven't heard much from me lately. I've been working on the being and less of the doing. So I've been saying no to working until 9 p.m. I've been taking time to make dinners or to talk with a friend on the phone or just go for a walk. I've even been sitting in silence and thinking, or sitting in silence and not thinking, and taking time to journal, which is something that I enjoy doing, but I've not been prioritizing myself, and I've been, just go, 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 like many of us do. So that's part of the message that they're bringing through. They've asked me to convey how important it is for you to use your energy to uplift both the planet and yourself. So as you witness the tragedies unfolding around the world, the wars, the hurricanes, earthquakes, volcanic eruptions, shootings, car accidents, all these things, know that it's essential to be aware of these events. That's fine, but it's essential that you're viewing them without becoming overwhelmed by them. So, it's natural to feel grief or anxiety in response to these kind of events. Allow yourself the time to process your feelings. If you need time, or you just need to grieve what's going on and process, that's totally normal. But try not to stay there longer than you need to. Take your time, but know when it's time to come back out of that. Feeling sorry for someone else or feeling bad, I'm air quoting that, feeling bad for them is a normal, compassionate response, but it doesn't help them or it doesn't help you. So remember that you also have the power to remember that you also have the power to hold love and to hold peace in your heart for those affected. You can send your highest prayers. You can send Reiki, healing energy. Call it Reiki, call it whatever you want. You can send positive intentions to them. And that's what's needed right now, because not only does that help them, but it also helps you process that. So I've been taking a deep dive into this during my talks and events. So you may have heard some of this from me before, but the guides tell me that this moment in history is not just about war or tragedy or power or control. It's about community. It's about humanity coming together And sometimes that's what it takes. I'm not saying that, these horrific things are a good thing. I'm simply acknowledging that it is, and it is. It just is what it is. And being able to observe without having, really harsh judgments around it helps us stay in a little bit more of a neutral place. So the question then becomes, how can we work with this? How can we choose love? How can we remain uplifted amongst everything while supporting ourselves and our community? And that's what we're hoping to focus on now is uplifting, even though these things are going on. How can we remain balanced? How can we send positive energy, prayers, healing thoughts, healing energy to ourselves and those around us? In 3 days, I'm going to be traveling again to Colombia to learn from the beautiful indigenous medicine men and women who share their wisdom to bring healing to the earth and to her inhabitants, to help me begin to remember, to know what my truth is, and so that I can help you find yours. And I'm so very excited and blessed to have the opportunity to do that. Listen to the gentle nudges you get from your guides, from the song you hear on the radio, the angel numbers that show up in front of you, feelings and knowings and whispers. And remember, the light cannot exist without the dark, and the dark cannot exist without the light. We've been in the dark long enough. It's time to bring in more of the light and restore balance. Thanks for listening. Bye, y'all.